Hello everyone, this is Lamin Sane of CodeLogical. In this tutorial video, we're going to be having a look at how to do redirects in Ember. So during my time I've been using Ember, I have found out that there are two main ways of doing redirects. Even though they all have the same syntax, but they're done in slightly different ways. First one is by using the redirect hook inside of a route. And the second one is to actually just do the redirect anywhere you want based on a user action. Okay, so we'll take a look at the first one. All right, so let's say we are on this homepage here and we don't know, for example, we just launched this website and we want to redirect the users automatically to another page, say the about page. That is, if we come to the home page, we want the users to see this about page automatically. So how do we go about doing that? Okay, so since that home page is corresponding to the index route, there is something called a redirect function that you can attach to a route. So I have gone ahead and actually created two route definitions, which are index and about. So I have created two routes as well. So if you remember, these are the definitions, so these are actually the routes. So this is the index route that corresponds to this index definition, and this is the about route that corresponds to this about definition. Okay, so how do we make sure that the users automatically get redirected to the about page when they load the index page? And it's quite easy actually. So there is a hook you can add to the index route here, which is redirect, and inside there you can say this dot transition to, and then in here you can just link to the name of the route you want to redirect to. So in this case is about. So let's go ahead and try that in a browser. So now I'm on the index page. When I reload this page, we should be redirected to the about page. So yes, automatically that works, and it's quite that easy. That's all you have to do. And you may be asking, why will you want to do this? I found out that sometimes I do have a index page that's not ready yet, but I have a different page, let's say, that shows some information. So I want the users to be redirected there temporarily until I work on what's on the index page. That's just one use case, but you can use it anyhow you want. I just wanted to show how it works. Okay, so just one more thing I wanted to show. I just created this index route definition here, but we didn't actually have to create it because Ember creates it for you automatically. So if I comment this out here, this should work as well, because Ember automatically creates the index route for you alongside the application route. So even if I go to here, let me just remove this about in the URL, and when I click here, let's refresh this page. Now when I go to index page, which if you look in the URL here, corresponds to the index route, which will automatically be redirected back to the about route. Okay, so that works. So next I want to show how to do redirects based on a user action, let's say a click. So I'll go ahead and actually create a controller that corresponds to the index route. So I'll say app.index controller equal to Ember.object controller. In this case, it really doesn't matter that much, but yeah. So let's say actions. If you remember from the previous videos, we want to create actions, you put it in an actions hash inside your controller. So let's say link clicked, and inside here we can say oh sorry, this should be a function. Inside here we can say this dot transition to route. So inside of this action here, we are going to be inside the index route, because that controller corresponds to the index route over here, so we can only have access to it by default. You can have access to other controllers in other controllers, but we'll get to that in later videos. But by default, you're going to be in the index route to have access to this. So let's comment out this redirect here so it doesn't happen when we go to the index route. So If you notice the difference, when you are inside a route and you want to transition to another route, you just say this dot transition to. But when you're inside a controller, you have to say this dot transition to route, because a controller is not a route. Okay, so inside the index controller, how to transition to the about route, this is how you do it. Okay, so now let's go back in our HTML and actually create a link that calls that action. So how do we do that? Let's just create an A tag, and that A will have text, say link to redirect, and we'll add an action to it by using the Ember helper call action, and we'll get to help us in a later video as well, so don't worry about that. So action, we want to link to the link clicked action, and actually we have to move that out of here because it's inside the application template, which doesn't have access to the index template. And yet again, we'll get to that, how to give access to the index template. So we'll put that inside of here. So when we click this now, we should be redirected to the about page. So let's refresh this. Now let's go to the index page. When I click this, it should take us to the about route. So I've clicked that. As you can see, the URL has changed and we've been taken to the about route. So that's it, guys. Those are the two main ways. There might be other ways, but I haven't found them out. If you have, please send me an email or just comment down below where to find them. So that's how you do redirection in Ember.js. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in another video. Cheers. Bye bye.